So it's my pleasure to be here. I would like to share today how AWS is helping accelerate transformation in healthcare and life sciences domain with AI and ML offerings. My name is Krishna. I'm a partner solution architect with AWS, specializing in data analytics and AI ML. Before I start, AWS has been around for over 14 years as the industry most comprehensive, broadly adopted cloud platform. For over 7 years, we have dedicated and diverse healthcare life science practice. So our healthcare of life sciences team is made up of individuals, which includes physicians, nurses, chief medical officers, biochemists, radiologists, and even the first health information officer from the FDA. So as we engage with our healthcare and life science practice, we do not have, you do not have to explain your business to us. We are a customer-obsessed organization, and customer obsession goes across the spectrum of care. When we think about healthcare system, often we think about disruptive value network system. And this is the term used by Professor Clayton Christensen in his book, The Innovator's Prescription. We think about vendor systems, healthcare IT, diagnostic medical devices, provider systems in this space, hospitals, laboratories. We know government is involved, public health, country level Ministry of Health. They also may become payer, such as health plans, employers. And then there are nonprofit health associations and research organizations. But no matter what perspective you are coming from or the problem you're trying to solve in healthcare space, at the end, it goes back to patient. This is just to highlight few of the challenges which our customer have shared with us, starting with global focus on value-based care. So national regulators and administrators are looking for healthcare providers to ensure that their services are more focused on the improvement of the patient care and resulting outcomes. This is commonly referred as the value-based care, and the goal of increasing focus on result and to help drive accountability of the healthcare providers to improve patient outcomes and overall quality of care. Health data complexity. Health data is messy, and we'll double click in the further slides on that. Physician burnout. A recent study shows that 27% of the clinician time actually gets to be with the patient. The rest of the 70% of the time is involved in doing paperwork. High cost of healthcare. So even before global pandemic, healthcare systems were pressed on cost. Chronic conditions represented 80% of healthcare spending. And the proportion of the elderly patient in the population is growing. Now, this is driving providers around the world to seek new ways to reduce cost at their organizations. And you will hear a lot of time value-based reimbursements model. This is where governments are trying to incentivize to bring the cost down. Cyber attacks and security. It's well known that the health data is personal sensitive, and the malicious cyber attacks are happening on the healthcare systems. And lastly, COVID-19 impact. From a sharp increase in the telemedicine to overwhelm hospital, the healthcare industry has faced continued changes and challenges in response to COVID-19 pandemic. Now, these challenges have forced the industry to quickly adapt and rely on technology to innovate and find new ways to understand and treat diseases. Now, looking at a few use cases from machine learning, now to begin with, modernizing the care industry. So healthcare industry deals with a lot of document and data, prescriptions, claims, medical forms, images, and many more. Machine learning is simplifying the process using the document classification and natural language understanding, such as text extraction, speech-to-text technology, medical comprehension capabilities. And this is helping modernize the care infrastructure and reduce the operational overhead. Increased customer engagement through chatbots, which one of the colleagues and the presenter earlier talked about. Protecting patient privacy through enhanced security where you keep your data, healthcare data. Improving, accelerating diagnosis. As the data from the various medical sources, such as clinical lab results, examination notes, diagnostic images, is becoming more accessible, machine learning is playing an increasingly important role in diagnosis. It is helping medical specialists to make better and quicker decisions, be it precision diagnosis using genomic sequencing, early stage cancer detection, or even the advanced cardiac visualization. Improve care delivery. One of the important ways to improve patient care is by understanding and analyzing the insights and relationships that are trapped in various type of medical data. Doing so allow clinician to focus on the patient care rather than being distracted by manual note taking. And lastly, managing population health. Developing a better understanding of health of a population can help policymakers and healthcare systems make data-driven decisions about the care of millions of citizens and patients. So machine learning tools help healthcare organizations analyze the population health trends, outcomes, and cost. I'll not go into the details. My colleagues have already walked you through. What I wanted to focus on is the AI layer from the healthcare perspective. So we are looking at Amazon Health Lake, Comprehend Medical, Transcribe Medical Services. The pre-trained models of these services provide a ready-made intelligence for your application and workflow. So these services are HIPAA compliant, which means which allows customers to store, process, and transfer PHI through these services. And even though we have pre-built model available through top layer services, and there are customization possible through these services, if there are areas which doesn't meet your need, this is where the middle layer and the bottom layer of the stack adds value. For example, if you're solving a medical imaging problem, such as image classification or image segmentation, and want to build a system, a custom model ground up. So you could, what you could do is you could use a deep learning framework of your choice, Apache MXNet, TensorFlow, PyTorch, and also leverage the GPU infrastructure of your choice. So this whole offering from the AWS in the ML stack gives you all the flexibility to you. Now, with more than 100,000 customers using AWS for machine learning, and AWS offers the deepest and broadest set of machine learning services for healthcare organizations, from payer, provider, and health IT organizations. And this is just to show you a couple of the broader numbers with you. One of the important points I wanted to highlight is the TensorFlow and PyTorch are two of the most popular deep learning framework, and over 90% of the deep learning in the cloud is happening on AWS. So why AWS machine learning for healthcare? And the answer is three benefits, three reasons. First, AWS ML for healthcare helps make sense of the health data. Second, helps you increase the pace of innovation. And last, AWS ML healthcare is help you building the trust. It's a trusted platform, and you can help build your application on this trusted platform. And let's double click on each of these benefits and corresponding AWS ML services. So let's first talk about making sense of the health data. Now, what do you mean by that? So drive key improvement into population health. Customer can easily create a cohort of patient, their treatments, demographics, test, and use advanced machine learning models to understand how a population change over time, and identify the most appropriate treatment for a patient population. Improve delivery care. One of the important ways to improve patient care is understanding and analyzing the insights and the relationship that is trapped in the free medical text, including hospital admission notes, patient medical history, and purpose-built AI services use NLP and help you do that. Modernize care infrastructure. So healthcare industry remains a complex industry with a lot of manual and paper-based process, complicated health records. And the purpose-built AI services and advanced machine learning models can help modernize the care infrastructure, reduce the operational overhead, and while at the same time supporting interoperability for industry standards. So let's start with Amazon Health Lake. So this service went to GA very recently. Health Lake is a HIPAA-eligible service that enables healthcare providers, health insurance companies, and pharmaceutical companies to store, transform, query, and analyze health data at a petabyte scale. First, HealthLake transform the data seamlessly to automatically understand, extract meaningful medical information from the raw, disparate data, such as prescriptions, procedures, diagnosis, and it's revolutionizing the process that was traditionally manual and error-prone and costly. Second, HealthLake identifies trend and make predictions. So HealthLake presents a chronological order of the medical events so that you can look at the trends like disease progression over time, giving healthcare organization new tool to improve care and intervene earlier. And lastly, HealthLake supports interoperability standard FHIR. And if you're aware of healthcare interoperability standard, you know that organizations are adopting FHIR. So interoperability ensures that health data is shared in a consistent, compatible format across multiple applications, and HealthLake helps you do that. HealthLake uses specialized machine learning models. This is just to share what happens under the hood. So it uses NLP to tag, index, structure health data. And each of the dots shown here represents FHIR resources, whether it's encounter, procedure, diagnosis, or medication. These are all being laid down chronologically. Integrated medical NLP has been trained to understand and extract meaningful information from the unstructured healthcare data. You can automatically extract entities. So we're talking about medical procedures, medications, entities relationship. You're talking about medications and doses, RX and TRX, NBRX, entity traits, positive, negative test results, times of procedure, and the PHI, protected health information from your medical text. And now you can pull together all of this structured data to see a complete view of a patient medical history in the chronological order. You can look at the trend, like again, disease progression over time, giving healthcare organizations a new look or a comprehensive look to improve care and intervene earlier. And having a complete view on structured data leads to a better clinical decision. Amazon HealthLake works in AWS ecosystem and natively integrates with AWS other services. This means you can create QuickSight dashboards on the normalized data to quickly explore trends about the patient population and personalized care at the individual level. You could build, train, and deploy a machine learning model using Amazon SageMaker. And healthcare providers and the patient can easily share and access data in a secure, compliant, and auditable way, leveraging FHIR resources. So now let's take a look at other purpose-built machine learning capabilities and AI services to add intelligence to your application and help make your application intelligent, for healthcare application intelligent. So starting with Amazon Comprehend Medical, it's a HIPAA-eligible NLP service that extracts information from the unstructured medical text accurately and quickly. Amazon Transcribe Medical is again HIPAA-eligible automatic speech recognition ASR service that makes it easy for you to add medical speech to text capability to your voice-enabled applications. Amazon TextTract, again, it's a HIPAA-eligible, fully managed machine learning service that automatically extracts printed text, handwritings, and other data, which is generally you have in scanned documents, and you used to use optical character recognition for that. And lastly, Amazon Recognition. It makes it easy to add more images, video, analyze your application. And with Amazon Recognition, custom labels, you can identify the objects and scenes in the images that are specific to your need, like medical images. This is just to share an example. One of our the customers, so it can be a health solution, is using Comprehend Medical and Amazon TextTract to automatically extract information from medications, medical conditions, treatment procedures, and document them in a single user-friendly platform. And it reduces human intervention for bulk of the work. It takes up all the static documentation from the different clinical stakeholders and almost immediately link them to members. And better evaluate patient health risk and maintain optimum accuracy. Another example, Anthem. Anthem uses Amazon TextTract to digitize and automate the claim process. Anthem chose Amazon Textract for its image processing capability. And what it does is, for Anthem, extracts digitized data to quickly process thousands of claims each day and automated 80% of the claim processing workflow. BID Medical Center uses Amazon SageMaker to identify a completed patient consent form before a surgery, lowering the number of delay on or the cancel procedure. And this is a very interesting use case. So this machine learning driven process automatically recognizes and insert consent forms into corresponding electronic medical records or health record, EHR. So BID MC built this model that scans EHR to look for a key element like completed consent form. And if the consent is not found, it signals the EHR system that, hey, something needs to be done. So now let's move to on how AWS machine learning can help healthcare organizations, increasing the pace of. Yeah.
Didn't want to cut you off, but if you can, if possible, wrap things up, since we have the speakers from Microsoft coming up shortly.
Excellent. So I will take 2 more slides and I will wrap it up.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Right. So this is just to share the top use cases. I'll not go into the delve into details, but few of them has already been mentioned by my colleagues. Again, to show you the art of possible, using these, again, AI services, which you can do, think about combining them, stitching them together, and bringing the innovation. Again, COD19 search example was given by Muti. Fantastic example how Kendra, along with the other services, are being used in this. And a couple of more the use cases which our customers and the partners are helping build. Now, lastly, why AWS machine learning for healthcare? And here's the reason. So AWS is the most comprehensive cloud to support ML workload with 500 features and 120 plus HIPAA eligible services. And it really gives you, AWS meets the key regulation governance and governance guidelines, including BAA. It gives you, help secure PHIs and gives you the FHIR, the interoperability standard. And here are a few ways to partner with us, work with us. One is with our AWS Partner Network, which can help you in expedite your healthcare use cases. Another one is Solution Lab, which can help. And with that, I would like to thank you. It's been a pleasure presenting to you today. Thanks for joining me and listening to this presentation. And thanks very much indeed. Carlos, back to you.